I was just reminded today of a crazy story that, of course, you never hear about in Canada, but Scott Bessent, Trump's top economic advisor, was on MSNBC today and talking about how he sold all of his assets before he took his role in the U.S. government because there is no such thing as a blind trust. Were he to open a so-called blind trust, he would be well aware of the assets that were in there. He knows what he owns. Meanwhile, Canada, Mark Carney, guess what all his assets are in? His over 600 stocks, 90% of which are in the United States. They're in a blind trust. It's an absolute joke. Mark Carney knows exactly what deals are going to impact his companies. Oh, what a coincidence. The Canadian economy has lost $63 billion since Carney was introduced as Prime Minister. We're officially in a recession, 2 straight quarters of GDP on the decline in Canada, 6 straight quarters of GDP per capita down. But Mark Carney, he's up nearly 50% on his tens of millions of dollars in investments. Brookfield has signed 42 contracts with the Canadian government since Carney was elected. He's involved in 7 of the 10 major infrastructure bills that his party has announced. Carney is making money hand over fist while the Canadian economy struggles. What would you know? At the exact same time as Carney's unable to negotiate a trade deal with the U.S., our tariffs are stuck at 45%, while nearly everybody else has negotiated theirs down. The EU is at 50%. Brookfield, where Carney spent the last 15 years of his career as an extremely senior executive, signs an $80 billion deal with the United States of America to become the so-called clean energy leader in the world. Carney refuses to open up our incredible opportunities in potash, in oil, and LNG, our incredible natural resources that the world is absolutely begging for, because he is not set to personally profit from these. Meanwhile, the green initiatives and the modular homes, the $25 billion spend on modular homes that's upcoming from the Canadian Parliament. It just so happens that Brookfield actually just bought a company called Modular. What do they do? Modular homes. It is so transparent, despite the fact that the propagandistic CBC, who receives $1.5 billion a year from the Canadian taxpayers, will never tell you the truth. Carney, we have never had a prime minister who openly has so many financial conflicts that we are aware of, and being aware of them, it's clear as day that he is negotiating on behalf of his personal interests rather than the Canadian people. Are you kidding me? Antagonizing Donald Trump when he knows the way to work with him is to propose mutually beneficial things like them using our steel and aluminum, nakedly mentioning companies like GE Hitachi that he has a known investment in, while announcing new infrastructure deals. He's just out in the open corrupt. Clear violations of the law throughout his time already as Prime Minister when it comes to the financial areas of him explicitly mentioning companies in press conferences that he has a known investment in. When he's in the UK, well, he's jet setting all over the world. He doesn't seem to have very much time to spend in Canada. It's quite coincidental. He, on many occasions, has met with private people, private businesses, while he's working for so-called Canada, like when he was in the UK. It's known he took trips with private businesses. And the condescending, Richie Rich way that this guy interacts with the media, it's disturbing to watch him interact with the Canadian media. You can just tell he has his nose up. He thinks he knows absolutely anything, which is why he's introducing things like Bill C-8, Bill C-9. If you say something that Mark Carney, this corrupt crook, he's absolutely looting our country right now while destroying us economically, he wants to be able to tell you what you are and are not allowed to say. It's creeping authoritarianism, it's creeping communism, it's a mix of the two. We will never be a country where Mark Carney, who hasn't even spent his adult life in Canada, gets to tell us what to say. Get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? Mark Carney. Look into Mark Carney's personal life. The guy's a total creep. He has absolutely no right to tell us the thoughts we do and we are and are not allowed to think. I'll think whatever the hell I want. And we have to keep calling this economic corruption out because the mainstream media will never cover it. But the 2 people that are supposed to be overseeing to ensure there's no financial conflict of interest for Carney just happen to be 2 people that he has worked closely with for the entirety of his career. He appointed them. This man is a creepy communist, to put it kindly. Just one look at the man's dead eyes and it's clear he is not passionate about this country. We have to keep making noise about the fact that he is robbing Canadians. He's in this purely for his own financial gain, not for Canada. That's why I've started the Fight for Canada party. Going to keep you guys updated. Really exciting. A chance for me to get on some ballots and then just have some more weight behind my name. Hopefully run some other candidates. I'm actually looking to fill 3 roles. So if you're interested in working with the Fight for Canada party, if you're passionate and agree with my message, please reach out, leave something in the comments, let me know, and I'll get back to you. I'm looking to fill, there's still 3 positions I need to fill, including an auditor who needs to be somebody who's a CPA at a public firm. So let's keep making noise. Let me know if you're interested in one of those 3 positions. Really excited for the future. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member, grab some gear. Canadian Patriots have to stand up.